Hello from Southern Ontario, the snowy March 10th. So the Canadian voter, were there to be an election called hypothetically tomorrow, which I can't see happening, the Canadian voter is faced with a conundrum, a real conundrum. But let me just lay out a bit of background. By the way, a recent poll shows that 91% of Canadians are concerned about Beijing's influence into the Trudeau government. Hard to believe that, but, well, I'll just throw it out there. Anyways, Trudeau, he doesn't stand a chance if there was another election. Beijing couldn't pour enough money in hard and fast enough. The guy has to travel with a motorcade that's a veritable armed armada just to travel around the country, and even then he's got to slink in and out of the back doors. Another opposition party, NDP leader Jagmeet Singh, signed the supply and confidence agreement, forming a coalition government that truly negates our parliamentary process. Trudeau says, I want it to be law. Jagmeet says, I vote with him, and that's what happens. Takes a while. It's got to go through parliamentary process and the Senate and whatnot, much to Trudeau's chagrin, but that's what's happening. So why would Trudeau ever call an election? He's got more than a majority government. He truly has a dictatorship. Jagmeet Singh committed personal and political party suicide by signing the note. Not that there is much left of the NDP party anyways. So we come to Pierre Poilievre, leader of the Conservative Party, the only real opposition, gaining huge popularity, riding the populist movement. However, there seems to be a lot of hypocrisy in Poilievre's words and actions, I'll say just over the last 3 years. And I'm not going to go into any detail at all as regards that, but a lot of people increasingly are viewing him, I mean, on the one hand, he's gaining popularity with the populism thing. On the other hand, a lot of people are going, well, there's been too much hypocrisy. And they see Poilievre as, well, the lesser of evils to vote for. Now, this is where we come to the real horns of the dilemma. Nobody knows who Maxime Bernier and the PPC party are, the People's Progressive Conservatives. PPC, yeah. The party was only formed in 2018, and while a lot of conservative voters are aware of Max and a lot of them believe in him, you've got this dilemma of splitting the vote, the conservative vote. I mean, at this point in time, a lot of people in Canada would vote for Jeremy Mackenzie's mythical goat just to get Trudeau out. And interestingly enough, I want to summate this by saying the people who have the biggest suspicions, or doubts, I'll say, about Poilievre are the people who have been in the fight, I'll say, the longest or the hardest. The people who are and have been protesting, I'll say, since day one. They're very suspicious of Poilievre. And I think rightly so. If you're a long-time follower on the channel, I've made a number of videos. I like Poilievre tearing Trudeau apart in Parliament and making him look like the lying clown that he is, but it's been way too many things I question with Poilievre. So, I mean, in 2019 and in 2021, albeit in neither election was Poilievre the leader of the Conservatives, I'm standing there looking at my ballot and thinking what I've been thinking from day one in, deciding who I'm going to vote for. My gut and my head tell me Max, but the law of averages dictates I'm splitting the Conservative vote. And this is the horns of the dilemma that faces a Canadian voter were we to have an election anytime soon, which I again just don't see happening. Paul, or not Polyev, Jagmeet Singh signed up till 2025. His pension's riding on it. And, well, he's got nothing left. He's committed political suicide with the signing of the supply and confidence agreement. So that's the dilemma people face. Let me know what you think in the comments. Bark at me all you want. It's my opinion.